There is a field stretched wide beneath the morning sky, a place where the wind sings like a gentle choir, where the tall grass bows and rises in rhythms older than memory. I walk through it slowly, feeling the cool dew touch my ankles, feeling the world breathe in harmony, as though the earth itself is lifting a hymn. There is joy in the soil today, a quiet celebration woven through the roots, a melody rising from the ground like warmth from a hidden fire. I lift my gaze toward the horizon, where a soft glow spreads across the sky, and I sense a presence rising, not with thunder, not with the roar of distant storms, but with the majesty of sunlight climbing over the shoulders of the mountains. It feels like the sky opening, like a bridge of gold unfolding, for the one who walks in unwavering truth. All creation seems to pause, waiting for his steps to settle on the earth again. Birds take flight in circling patterns, their wings painting arcs of praise against the wide blue canvas. Their songs shimmer in the air, lifted by the wind like offerings of joy. Even the rivers seem to dance, glittering with light as they move through valleys carved by ancient hands. The world feels gathered into a single heartbeat of wonder, as if all creation remembers the one who shaped its breath. In the center of that awareness, I feel my own heart swell, not with fear, not with demand, but with quiet reverence for the one who is above every crown, above every nation, above every voice that rises and falls like shifting tides. He reigns not with iron, but with light, not with dominance, but with truth that steadies the trembling. There is a throne set beyond the clouds, crafted not of stone or gold, but of eternal presence, a seat of unbroken peace and relentless compassion. I imagine it glowing with the color of dawn, with the warmth of an everlasting fire that neither burns nor fades. From that place flows a song, a melody that touches every mountain ridge, every rippling field, every soul searching for meaning. And as I listen, I hear echoes of ancient instruments, harps trembling softly, drums beating like a calm heartbeat, flutes weaving gentle lines of praise through the open air. It feels like a gathering, like nations standing shoulder to shoulder in awe of something larger, something brighter than all our scattered stories. For in his presence all divisions melt, like snow beneath spring sunlight. I see people from far off lands lifting their hands with quiet joy, their eyes reflecting the glow of a hope long awaited. Their steps move in harmony, as if guided by a rhythm older than the world itself. There is unity here, born not of force, but of love. Love that reaches beyond borders, beyond languages, beyond the fragile walls we build around our hearts. And in that great gathering, my own voice rises, small yet sincere, a single note offered into the wide expanse. It trembles at first like a leaf shaken by the wind, but then grows steady as I remember the truth that crowns the universe. He reigns in quiet strength, in unbroken wisdom, in mercy that outlasts the shadows. Let the rivers clap their currents, let the mountains lift their peaks with joy, let the valleys hum with soft delight, for the one who shaped them walks among them still. Let every breath be an offering, every step a rhythm of gratitude, every heart a small sanctuary for the melody of His presence. I walk through the golden fields again, feeling the peace settle like sunlight over my shoulders. The wind carries a promise, gentle yet undeniable, that the one who reigns above all things also walks beside me in the quiet moments, guiding my steps through uncertainty, lifting my gaze when shadows gather, and placing a song within my soul that refuses to fade. So let the whole earth rise in joy, let every nation lift its voice, let the fields dance under the open sky, for He is worthy of the song, worthy of the praise.
There is a hill that rises like a guardian above the world. Its slopes bathed in soft morning gold, its stones warm with the memory of unshaken strength. I walk toward it with slow, steady steps, feeling the quiet invitation in the wind that sweeps through the trees like a gentle hymn. The path is lined with roots and wildflowers, threads of earth and color woven together, like the stories carried by wandering hearts. At the crest of the hill I see a city not built of iron, not shaped by trembling hands, but held together by a presence older than the first sunrise. Its walls shine with a glow that does not come from any fire, but from the steady pulse of peace flowing through its streets. No shadow lingers there for long, no fear takes root in its corners. It stands steadfast as though supported by an unseen river running through its foundations. I step closer and the air shifts around me, filled with the fragrance of cedar and spring water, as if the land itself recognizes that this place has been chosen, not for its height, not not for its glory, but for the presence that rests upon it with tenderness and strength. Mountains surrounded like quiet sentinels, their peaks catching the early light and reflecting it back in soft brilliance. They stand unmovable, yet even they seem humbled by the beauty that radiates from this place. The city glows like a lantern at the world's edge, a reminder that hope has a home, and that the weary can always return to the sanctuary where peace is born. As I walk its pathways, I hear the melodies of distant rooms, harps resonating in gentle tones, voices rising like river mist, each note carrying the calm assurance that this city is not forgotten, not abandoned, not overshadowed by the storms that shake the outer lands. It stands firm because its foundation is not stone, but presence. The world beyond it groans and trembles, kingdoms rise and fall like waves against the eternal shore. But here in the heart of this sanctuary, the pulse of truth remains steady. Walls do not crumble, gates do not falter. The people move with quiet confidence, resting in the knowledge that they are held by something that does not break. I remember the stories told by wandering voices of armies halted by a breath, of fear dissolving like fog when the morning light touched the horizon, of enemies turning back when they felt the nearness of a presence they could not comprehend. This city has seen storms, has heard the growl of distant threats, but never once has it been abandoned. So I walk its towers, running my hand along the smooth stone that bears the quiet weight of history. From this height I see the world stretch wide, rivers winding like silver threads, fields bending in soft waves, mountains rising in deep blue silhouettes. Everything feels small, fragile, yet precious, and I understand then why this place matters, because peace is not a concept here, but a dwelling, a home, a heartbeat. I sit beside a quiet fountain, watching the water ripple in circles that expand outward, never rushing, never resisting the gentle rhythm set by the unseen stream that feeds it. It reminds me of how peace moves, soft, steady, touching everything in time, shaping the weary into something whole again. As
the sun rises higher, casting golden angels across the stones, I hear the people gather, singing with voices warmed by gratitude. Their song is not loud, not boastful, but full of reverence, a melody carried through generations, as a reminder that the one who guards this place is faithful and near. I join them, my own voice trembling at first, then growing stronger as the melody wraps around me. The shadows of the earth stretch long across the valleys, and I hear the murmurs of the nations carried by the wind. Rich men lift their voices with confidence, their gold stacked high like towers that scrape the dimming sky. But the wise stand silently upon the hill, listening for truth older than every kingdom ever built. Hear this, all people listen, all who dwell in the world, both low and high, rich and poor together. For the ground beneath every foot is the same dust, and the breath inside every chest is the same fragile vapor. The wealthy boast of their fortunes, trusting their treasure as though it were armor, as though their coins could shield them from the night, as though their fame could raise them above the grave. But no man can redeem the life of another, nor pay God enough to escape the pit. The cost is too high for silver to purchase, too heavy for gold to lift, too eternal for any earthly vault to contain. For the wise die, and the foolish die, and the senseless alike leave their wealth behind. Their homes crumble, their lands change hands, and their names once shouted fade like smoke. Still they imagine their houses will last forever, their estates enduring through endless generations. But they call their lands by their own names, hoping to carve permanence into fading soil. Yet man, though honor does not remain, he is like the beasts that perish, and the glory he clings to slips through his fingers, like water that refuses to be held. This is the path of those who trust in themselves, and of those who delight in their own words. Like sheep they are destined for the grave. Death will shepherd them through dark corridors. Their forms will decay as the morning light rises, and the upright will rule over what they left behind. Their beauty will vanish, their wealth will scatter, their pride will dissolve in the silence of the tomb. But God will redeem my soul from the power of the grave, for he will take me to himself. Though the world exalts strength and crowns the wealthy, the
Lord lifts up those whose hope is anchored in Him. So do not fear when someone grows rich, when the splendor of their house multiplies. For when they die, they will take nothing with them, and their glory will not descend after them into the dark. Though they praise themselves in their lifetime, and others honor them for their success, they join the generations before them, returning to dust, unable to see the light. For man in all his pomp, who does not understand, is like the beasts that perish, wandering without truth. But I will set my eyes on what endures beyond the graves, on the one whose word does not crumble, whose kingdom cannot be bought or sold. Though the world runs after wealth, I will seek wisdom that outlives the earth, a heart that treasures the fear of the Lord, a soul steadied by eternal certainty. For riches fade like dying embers, and nations rise and fall like waves in restless oceans. But the promises of God stand unmoved. His redemption shines stronger than death, His presence more valuable than every earthly crown. And though the shadows deepen around me, I will not fear their chill, for the Lord is my inheritance, my portion forever. I walk through the valley where men measure themselves by gold, but I count my worth by the one who formed me. I pass the gates of the powerful, but I bow only to the King, whose glory cannot be stolen. Though others cling to wealth as their salvation, I take refuge in the one who saves without silver. Though the world trusts in strength, I trust in the God who raises the humble. For every kingdom will fade like dust in the wind, and every treasure will rust in the ground. But the soul rescued by God will shine like the dawn, living beyond the reach of decay. So I lift my voice among the crowds, calling the rich and the poor alike. Do not build your hope on what slips away. Do not anchor your life to the shifting sands. Set your heart on what endures, on the mercy that outlasts death, on the truth that outshines every earthly jewel, on the God who redeems the soul and carries it into everlasting light. The mighty one, God the Lord, speaks from the rising of the sun to its fading glow, and His voice trembles across the heavens with authority that no kingdom can silence. From Zion, the place of His beauty, He shines with a radiance beyond every earthly light, a brilliance that causes the mountains to shake and the skies to open in awe. Our God comes and does not keep silent. Before Him is a consuming fire,
and around him a mighty storm swirling with judgment and mercy intertwined. He calls to the heavens above and to the earth beneath, gathering all creation as witnesses of his truth. Gather to me, my faithful ones, he says, those who have made a covenant with me by sacrifice. For he alone is judge, righteous and unchanging, and the heavens proclaim the fairness of his rule. No bribe can sway his verdict, no pretense can hide the truth from his eyes. He speaks to his people with a voice that cuts through false devotion. Listen, oh my people, and I will speak. Hear, O Israel, and I will testify against you. I am God, your God. He does not rebuke them for offerings or rituals performed, for these were brought faithfully day after day. But he reveals a deeper truth, that he needs no bull, no goat, no cattle from their fields, for every beast of the forest belongs to him. The cattle on 1,000 hills, every bird in the mountains, every creature hidden in the shadows of the earth. He says, if I were hungry, I would not tell you, for the world is mine and everything within it. Do you think I drink the blood of goats or eat the flesh of bulls? He calls his people to something more profound than ritual, to a sacrifice of thanksgiving, to a life of trust that fulfills vows made to the Most High. He invites them, call upon me in the day of trouble. I will deliver you, and you will honor me. Then his voice turns to the wicked, those who speak his statutes, but refuse to carry his words in their heart. What right have you to recite my laws, he says, or speak of my covenant when you cast my instruction behind you like ash in the wind? For they welcome thieves as companions, they share in the works of the corrupt. Their tongues are sharpened for deceit, their lips shaped for slander. They sit and speak against their own brother, tearing down their own flesh with whispered lies. For too long God allowed their silence to test them, and they mistook his patience for approval. But now he confronts them with truth sharper than any sword. I will rebuke you and lay your sins before your eyes. A warning echoes across the nations. Those who forget God invite destruction. For no one can rescue them from his hand, but to those who offer thanksgiving as their worship, those who walk in the way he sets before them, God promises his salvation bright as dawn. And so I stand beneath the blazing sky, feeling the heat of his righteousness, humbled by his unending mercy. He is the God who does not remain silent, who speaks against empty rituals, who calls his people back to sincerity of heart. He He desires no hollow offerings, no sacrifice is made without truth, but the surrendered life, the thankful soul, the heart that seeks His face above every earthly prize. I lift my voice to the heavens, declaring His justice and His mercy intertwined. The fire of His presence is not to destroy the faithful, but to refine them like gold, to strip away the pretense, to awaken devotion deeper than tradition, stronger than ritual, truer than habit. So I offer Him my gratitude, my trust in the darkest day, my obedience when the path narrows, my praise when storms gather. For the mighty one, God the Lord, calls His people not to empty gestures, but to hearts that burn with truth. He speaks and creation trembles, He summons and nations bow. And in His voice I find both fear and comfort, both judgment and mercy, both fire and salvation. For He is the God who calls us back, who breaks through the noise of tradition, who seeks worship born from truth, who shines from Zion with unquenchable light. And as He speaks,
have mercy on me in the quiet hours before dawn, when the night still clings to the edges of my thoughts, and the weight of my own shadows presses against my chest. I come with trembling hands and an aching soul, for I know the soil of my choices, the stains of every moment I wandered from the path of truth. Yet I lift my eyes to the one whose compassion flows deeper than any river I have ever stood beside. Wash me in the river of light, where the cold current carries away the remnants of who I used to be. Cleanse me with the wild purity of the mountain winds, the winds that sweep through valley and ridge, without fear, without hesitation, without judgment. Let them blow through the corridors of my spirit and carry out every hidden fragment of guilt I tried to bury beneath layers of silence. For I know my transgressions, my faults rise before me, like long shadows at sunset, not to destroy me, but to remind me of how desperately I need the warmth of your mercy. Against the truth of your heart I have faltered, against the steady flame of your goodness I've chosen the dimness of my own desires. And yet, even as I confess this, your light does not retreat from me. You desire truth in the inmost places, in the rooms of the soul where even I hesitate to look. You call me to honesty not as punishment, but as the beginning of restoration, as the gentle breaking of old habits, as the soft rain that loosens the hard clay of the heart. Teach me wisdom in the depths where fear once lived, and let that wisdom rise like dawn over darkened hills.
Purge me with the leaves of the hidden forests, with hyssop-like grace that sweeps through the corners of my being. Make me clean with the steadiness of flowing water and the quiet strength of roots gripping the earth. Wash me until I shimmer with newness, until my heart beats again with simplicity and trust. Let me hear joy and gladness. Let the bones once crushed under the weight of sorrow rise again with quiet strength. Hide your face from my failures, but never from my seeking. Blot out the stains that cling like old dust to the chambers of my memory. Create in me a clean heart, carve it with tenderness like a craftsman shaping wood. Form it with intention like a river shaping stone, and renew within me a steadfast spirit that does not flee when storms gather. Do not cast me away from your presence, for it is the only place where my soul breathes freely. Do not take from me the breath of your spirit, the whisper that guides me through wilderness, the warmth that settles on me like sunlight on weary shoulders. Restore to me the joy of salvation, the joy that glimmers like golden leaves swirling in autumn wind. Uphold me with a willing spirit that trusts even when the path bends into mystery. Then, from this place of healing, I will teach others what it means to return, to rise from the ruins of their own mistakes and walk again toward the light. I will sing of the mercy that lifted me, of the kindness that never turned away, of the river that carried shame downstream until it dissolved into nothingness. For you do not delight in sacrifice without heart, nor in rituals performed without breath. If I brought you offerings by the thousands, they would mean nothing if my soul remained untouched. What you desire is a broken spirit, not crushed by despair, but opened by truth, a heart made tender enough to feel again, to yield, to trust, to be shaped by your hands. In your goodness, restore the places around me that have been wounded by my wandering. Let the walls of my life be rebuilt with honesty, with compassion, with quiet courage. Then the offerings of my days, my steps, my words, my small acts of trust will rise like fragrance toward the heavens, not as obligation, but as gratitude for the mercy that held me when I thought I could not stand. So here I am, a soul washed by the river of your light, a heart renewed by the breath of your compassion. Let my life be a soft song carried by gentle winds, a melody of returning, a testament